So what is Shots?
Shots is a short form video application where our platform is a social media platform for golf, but we're pushing it towards being the #1 go-to app in golf. Our new functions that we're sort of thinking about bringing on in the future and currently developing will end up hopefully being a one-stop shop for golf. My name is Nick Cattrall. I'm a high performance coach. I work with professional golfers and have done since 2014 when I came over to the US for it. I work with strength and conditioning, musculoskeletal therapy, and sports science. I'm currently on tour with Ripper GC with Cam Smith and Mark Leishman and the boys, and work with a few PGA Tour players as well and a few Korn Ferry guys back here in Jacksonville.
So why did you create Shots?
Shots was a bit of a passion project with my co-founder, Matthew Foster. He came to me one day and basically said, I'd like to build a social media app for golf. And he pointed out all of the problems that, we currently have with, too many different apps for different things. He basically said, I think we can do this in one app.
What does golf mean to you personally?
I think golf for me has provided me with the life that I'd always dreamed of. I was in sport and different sports in Australia, different codes, working with a whole bunch of different teams back in Brisbane. And I got out of sport because I was basically churned out through the system with trying to do too much work. The last sort of job that I had was with Cricket Australia. It felt like I was sort of at the top of where I could get to in Australia, and at that point I was just like, all right, well, I'm going to get out of sport, and then found golf after a little while and found the love for it. The athletes are incredible. They're resilient, they're gritty, they're everything that I try to invoke in my values in life. It's near and dear to my heart, and it's given me the life that I've always dreamed of, so I'm really appreciative of golf.
Who are your biggest inspirations?
I think that my parents come into it a lot, with what they've been able to do with their lives and where we started out and to where they are today. I think they have given me all the tools that I've ever needed to get to where I am at this point in life. A buddy of mine who passed away a few years back, he was a very big inspiration for me, just living the life the way that I wanted to live it. He was a very big reminder that time is short and you kind of need to live every day like, that you're not going to be here tomorrow, even though you plan to be. And so Mitch Fallon is a huge inspiration to me, and, Cam inspires me every day, being around him pushing himself harder and faster and bigger and stronger to get better every day. Tiger Woods was actually a bit of an inspiration when I was growing up because I always saw him and Roger Federer and sort of Zinedine Zidane and Pele is like the greatest of all times for their chosen sport. So to actually get to the point where I was meeting Tiger on tour was somewhat of a pinch yourself type moment.
Why is building a community first platform so important to you?
I think because that's what kind of golf's about. It's if you didn't know anyone in town and you went and booked a tee time with 3 other people, you'd have 3 friends by the end of the day, well, hopefully, depending on how that plays out. But it provides you with opportunities to connect, and networking in that way is something that's extremely beneficial to us. I know I've found a lot of people that I'm friends with through golf, connecting to the community, bringing people together, meeting new people, and generally just having a good time together is extremely important. I think that's why we love it as much as we do.
So overall, what's one thing you hope the viewers of this video will take away from your story?
The one thing I hope that they take away is that we are normal people creating something fun, and that it's an enjoyable experience, and where this goes in the future, it doesn't really, matter too much. We've already gotten to the process where we're loving what we're doing every day, and I think that if people can use the platform in the way that it was designed and show us exactly where they want us to take it in the future, I think that that's going to be, something that hopefully will work in everyone's best interest taking us forward.
Do you have any closing thoughts?
I think Shots is one of those apps where we really enjoyed making it, and we're going to continue to implement and innovate along the way, and hopefully we get bigger and better. But even if we don't necessarily do that quickly, and we continue just to do what we're doing at a nice pace, I hope that people enjoy it as much as we do.